This is Andy Gutierrez from StarWars.com, and you are listening to Coffee with Kenobi with Dan Z. This is the podcast you're looking for.
This is James Arnold Taylor, and you're listening to Coffee with Kenobi. I have a good feeling about this.
Well, hello, my friends. Welcome back to another episode of CWK Live. Good journey to all of you. It's great to see you. I'm your host, Dan Zare. Thrilled to be talking Star Wars with each and every one of you. This is the way. It's CWK Day. Hello, Aminta. Great to see you. Boy, I'm a little bright. Let me fix myself. There we go. No, I'm not blinding everyone. It's great to see you all on CWK Live. Let's also welcome in Mary. Hello, Mary. Happy Tuesday to you. Terry, hello. What have we here? Good to see you, Terry. And Ben is here. Good evening to you. Looks like we've got a couple of other people. Feel free to chime in on the comments, both on Facebook and YouTube, and you will be part of our little Coffee with Kenobi show here. It's great to see all of you. It's a new week, an exciting week. It's a new month. It's August 1st. How about that? We're going to have a fun show for you tonight. I've done a little house cleaning. I've said for over a year that I need to change all these videos and stuff. I change all the videos. You've seen the new intro. It's been on for about 3 weeks now. Got some other fun little surprises, just little housekeeping things that I had some spare time over the last week, and I was able to get them done. I'm really excited about it and hope you enjoy. Hope it adds to your experience of enjoying CWK Live. We are, of course, going to talk about your Star Wars HasLab wish list, and I am going to send this over to Hasbro just for them to watch. Of course, there's no promises or guarantees. They're very busy. Who knows what will even happen. But I am going to send it along because it's fun. And they watch, they pay attention. They're awesome. So we're going to do that. We're also going to have some Star Wars conversation starters. And then, of course, we're going to have your comments and questions. So now, here it comes. I promise I would. I'm just excited. New videos. So here's the new video intro. And we're going to look at what is brewing in the world of Star Wars this week. Maybe. How about it, huh? Little fun little intro there to kind of set the mood. I feel like I needed to update it. It's the old logo. I wanted the new logo on some stuff, so there you go. Ben says, I've got 10 in case anyone needs a list of their own. Oh my gosh, you are not alone. Look, this was hard, the list. We'll get to the list. Let's look at the new releases at San Diego Comic-Con. Lucasfilm, of course, had an amazing book panel with the fiction and nonfiction coming out from the world of Star Wars. And there's so much great stuff out there, of course. Here's the cover. There are a lot of cover reveals, and you may have seen these on stars.com. I'm not able to get to them now. Minta says, ooh, already loving the cover of the book. It's so good, right? This is The Eye of Darkness by George Mann. A really stunning cover. By the way, let me know, do you want my goofy little face up here in the corner or not? I don't know. Should I go over here? Here? Up being at the eye doctor? Here? Okay, we'll see. All right, here is Escape from Valhalla by Daniel Jose Older and Alyssa Wong. A wonderful little cover. Looks more of like a not a young adult novel, but a young novel. But they're always excellent. Like, even though they're like, it's for kids, it's not. I mean, it's got adult ideas and adult story moments and themes, but it's all safe for kids, and they're great. It's like, don't let that ever discourage you. In fact, I would challenge anybody to look at some classic young adult literature and not find stuff that's better than some of the classics of all time. So totally good stuff there. Now let's look at Ahsoka. They announced today that there is going to be a number of great new items from Ahsoka, the upcoming Disney Plus Ahsoka series. I've assembled a kind of a smattering of what you can expect. So first from Enzo, there is the Ahsoka lightsaber ring. You may have seen these before, but they're really sharp. Really sharp. They fit well. I love them. Mary says, I love all the young adult books. They're absolutely at the same level as the other High Republic books. Yes, they are. They're just terrific. So good. This is the Ahsoka Tano hat This is from, oh my gosh. They make all the great merchandise. It's not her universe. Heroes and Villains. It's from the Heroes and Villains, of course. Ben really likes the Enzo ring. It's cool. It's super cool. All right, now these are, in fact, from her universe. These are a couple of jackets. To the right is a leather bomber jacket, and on the left is a nice jean jacket with the great little icons of the Ahsoka clone troopers and Ahsoka Tano herself. Okay, what else we got? There we go. Oh, I got the same one twice. Sorry about that. Now we've got a couple of dress options and then some pajamas from her universe that are super neat. Terry says, did you see the new wave of Return of the Jedi retro set figures? Oh, dude, did I ever. I am pumped for those. So pumped for those. They look amazing. I'm assuming you will get them too. And I used to be in a place where, gosh, I think I'll keep them on card. I'm kind of over that. I opened Short Round, the retro one. I opened the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom Indy. I got them on display here in front of my microphone. You can't see it from the angle you're at now. But yeah, I'm going to get them. I'm going to open them up. All right, on the left, you've got, this is a Her Universe shirt. And I put this in there because while Her Universe, of course, is the best when it comes to making a lot of great merchandise of the genre for female fans, they also make stuff for others as well. And there's a great option. On the right is an awesome looking shirt of the 501st Legion, the 332. I love the orange and blue. Of course, it's very similar to some of the CWK designs as well. Means is a regular customer for Universe since day one. I can't wait to get the Ahsoka collection. It's really nice. Super cool. All right. These are on the left, these are the Legacy lightsabers. These are Ahsoka's Clone Wars lightsabers. They changed blue and green. They're actually amazing. They've been out for a while. And I've got them. I know Mary's got them. This is the shorter one right here. I don't have my blade in, but they're really nice. They'll be a fine addition to your collection. As our pal, our favorite cyborg General Grievous would say. And then on the right is the Black Series Ahsoka blade. This is one she uses in The Mandalorian and the upcoming Ahsoka series. Mary says, yes, the Our Universe side of Her Universe has amazing items for guys and gals. I've got plenty of things from there. I agree. Minta is psyched. She says, lightsabers, take my money, all in caps. Fantastic. All right, so here's some Black Series figures. You've got Hera on the right, and you've got Ahsoka on the left. I don't have to tell you that. You all know that. But they're very nice. This, of course, are ones from the upcoming Ahsoka series. Terry says, I like the way those Ahsoka sabers change tone with the colors, too. Yes, they do. The sound is different. Yeah, Terry's got a massive lightsaber collection as well. All right, on the left, we've got Sabine holding Ezra's lightsaber. This is a Black Series one. And then there's a Sabine Vintage collection on the right. Really cool. And she comes with a Tuca cat. So that's great. And she has a little clip of her lightsaber on the right as well. More vintage collection. There's a great Ahsoka figure on the left. The way she's able to hold her figures. And then Grand Admiral Thrawn on the right looks like the one from the upcoming series. So really, you can't go wrong with any of these. Terrific. Absolutely terrific. All right, I think that'll do it. Let's go ahead and jump into our top 5. Another new video. It's, I should have said something. I spent a lot of time on these. I'm excited about them. Ben says, I'm going to pull up Mona Lisa from Parks and Rec. Money, please. Yeah, there's some, and I'm sure the awesome is not going to slow down, obviously. So, tonight, speaking of wanting to invest your money, HasLab, of course. We talked about the Ghost last week. The Ghost has been fully funded. Now we're just waiting to get to all the different individual little perks of it. And we have got, if we were in the Hasbro boardroom and we were like, hey, this is the next HasLab project we should make, what would we do? what do we wish could happen? So this was hard for me, these top 5 Star Wars HasLab requests. It was really difficult. I came up with about 15, and then I narrowed it down to 10. Then I narrowed it down to 5, but then I couldn't decide really what order I wanted them to be. And then ultimately I decided, you know what? I'm with my friends. It's okay if they're not perfectly in order, because who knows what the order might be. But ultimately, I think I feel pretty good about where I sort of stacked everything. So we shall see how everybody does. So my number 5, a 1/1 scale Han Solo and Carbonite. Look, I know Sideshow has made them. There was another one years and years ago. I never had one. They were always very expensive. But when it's HasLab, I think, because, to me, like, there's like size and money. We're just having fun. We're just throwing things on the wall, on the bulletin board, and seeing what sticks. And this is, I think it'd be great. Like, if you had a bunch of time to make it and you were guaranteed one and you didn't feel it. Because sometimes when those things drop, you're like, oh no. And you don't have the money right on you, or you have to save for it, and it's kind of nice to have those goals, and then they will sell out sort of quickly. But with the HasLab concept, you've got several months to get ready, and there are certain things that you kind of can aim towards. And I think it'd be wonderful. I just would love it. Han Solo 1/1 and Carbonite. I think that would be so good. All right. Mary's 5 is a Halcyon, although we'll probably not have enough investors for it, but it'll be gorgeous. Also, mine are not in a particular order. So, Mary, I got to ask, do you mean the Halcyon as in, like, for the vintage scale? Like the Ghost? Because that would be huge. Huge. Or do you mean like I'm assuming you mean like the vintage collection one. That would be amazing. And, of course, I appreciate that. Since we are brethren or family in the Halcyon, the Force of the Halcyon. Ben also struggled with the order too, but it was harder just to get into a top 5 list. I know. I hear you. Terry says, this one's for you, Dan. Indiana Jones Hollywood Studios show set. Oh, that would be awesome, Terry. That would be so awesome. I would be very happy with that. Very happy with that. Well, we're gonna move. We're gonna slide that over to my honorable mention. That's great. Means is a life-size pork figure. They're the mascot of Hute. The mascot of Hute. That's exceptional. I like that. That's a good one. And Deb's here. Hello, Deb. It's great to see you, friend. Now, speaking of Halcyon CWK family, Deb says Halcyon number 5 would be cool. So cool. So cool. Good to see you, Deb. Mary likes your idea, Terry. It's a very cool idea. Ben's got one. I didn't even think of this. This is another one I'm putting on the honorable mention. He says, Ray's at home on Jakku with her bike, too. Also has to come with BB-8 and Ray figures. Well, that's fun. Plus, what if it came with like a little landscape? Oh, cha-ching, man. I need a little sound effect of money because that's good. Mary says Star Cruiser Vintage Collection will be huge, but amazing. It'll be huge. Where would I put that? You'd have to make room for something like that. It'd be worth it. Deb says a tinier Halcyon. Yes, definitely. Mary says it'll probably be too big and too expensive, but you know what? We're just dreaming big, so it's okay. It's totally okay. I don't want to miss anybody. So let's see. All right, let's go to number 4. This is fun. Oh, I'm really liking this already. This is fun. Number 4 for me, the Well of Souls retro playset. I think it was Anthony King of Force Ghost Conversations last week that said, hey, can we put Indiana Jones? I said, yeah, put any Lucasfilm property into this HasLab wish list. So the classic early 80s Indiana Jones line just was Raiders. Of course, now the retro line has taken that and made it even more awesome and added to it. But all their playsets they're hard to find. They're very expensive if you can find them on eBay or somewhere like that. Secondary market. If you can find one with the box and all the pieces in it in good shape, it's usually pretty expensive. So why not just do like a larger-than-life Will of the Souls retro playset? Come with the Ark. Oh, man, come on. That'd be awesome. Hasbro, please. That would be so great. Oh, I'd be so excited about that. Minta says Cad Bane's weapon is a great combination of sci-fi and Western all in one. Now that is cool. We haven't really talked about like a costume size thing. That's a great idea. Terry says the Dark Knight series Batman Tumbler Bat Pod set. Oh, that's cool. That'd be cool. I don't think Hasbro has the rights to DC, but that would be awesome. I would be okay with that. Mary says Boba Fett ship with Fennec, Baby Grogu, and Mando. That would be awesome. That would be really cool. They've made like vintage ones before, but I'm assuming this one will be a lot larger to kind of match the scale of the Ghost. So that's cool. Ben says the AT-M6 Walker from the Battle of Crate. That would be huge. People could buy their own fleet of them to recreate the scene and add the mini Death Star weapon too while we're at it. Oh gosh, you are thinking big. That would be cool. That would be cool. I just, every one of these, I just want to sit there and think about how awesome it would be to have them. So you're definitely getting the creative juices flowing. This is fabulous. Love it. All right, let's go to number 3. Here it is. I know it's going to be on Terry's. So I'm beating you to the punch, buddy. I'm sure you'll have your own unique twist on it. But I just want to say, I know we've got plenty of Millennium Falcons, but a Millennium Falcon retro scale that is, in fact, the proportionate size to match the figure. So a proper Falcon would be smaller than the Ghost, but it would still be huge and much bigger than the classic Millennium Falcon that many of us have from Kenner and Hasbro. Still got mine. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. But imagine a retro one. And I'm surprised they haven't done it yet, but a Millennium Falcon retro scale that wouldn't match the scale of the figures themselves. That would be so great. Oh, I would totally support that. That'd be the best. All right. Deb says, Kato says Millennium Falcon 3D chess set. Ooh, a 3D chess set. Now that would be cool, like the Jarek chess set. That'd be awesome. I know they have something similar at Galaxy's Edge, but it's not the same. Imagine I just thought of another one. Okay. Wow. It's like I can't do it. Terry says the Falcon 3.3 and 3/4 inch series figure, you read my mind. Yeah, man. I'm honored to have the same ideas as you, and that's a natural. I'm surprised it's not my number 1, but just wait, friends. Just wait. Mary says R2-D2 since he's the hero of all Star Wars in the Skywalker saga. So, do you mean like movie size R2-D2? How big? Because this is intriguing, Mary. This is a idea. That's a great one. Love that. Ben says Luthen's founder needs to have the personal assistant droid in the ship and be able to pull the maneuver he pulled where he spins to. Oh, wow. I didn't even think about anything from Andor. That's great. That's a great idea. I love that. Sorry, my watch keeps notifying me that the Cubs and Reds are playing. Let's hope the Cubs are winning because it's been good. Let's keep it good. All right, back to Star Wars. Let's go to number 2. I think I've got everybody's here. Number 2, I have a 1/1 scale droid. So Mary says half the size of R2, and I was just sort of baiting you to see what you would say because I thought we might be similar. I still think we are. I'm still going to take credit for thinking like Mary Purdue. That's a good place to be, I think. But I want a 1/1 scale R2-D2. When Galaxy's Edge first opened, you could actually personalize and make your own 1/1 scale droid. They don't think they do that anymore. Boy, I'm sort of glad they don't because I would have probably tried to find a way to buy one. And wow, I just, if they did a HasLab one, imagine you could get an R2-D2 or a chopper. I'd probably be leaning towards a chopper. I'd probably want both. I mean, who are we kidding? I would like to get, oh gosh, this little dude from the Halcyon. I love him. Absolutely love him. He would be fun as a 1/1 scale. One of my favorite droids. Oh boy. 1/1 scale droid would be the best. And you could customize it. Well, if it was HasLab, it'd have to be specific. So you'd probably have to go with the classic R2-D2, wouldn't you? I mean, he's the ultimate. And I know the droid builders can build them. I probably couldn't do that. It would probably take me too long. I've had Stormtrooper armor for like 6 years. I still don't have that put together. So the odds are not good of me building my own astromech. But if HasLab had one, that would be great. Terry says proper scale Empire Strikes Back AT-AT for 3 3/4 inch figures. Ooh. When Ben mentioned the AT-M6, I didn't even think about that, but that would be awesome. Boy, and you know that would sell. I mean, the AT-AT, I think, is about as popular as the Falcon. Well, the Falcon's probably the most unique, but that's great. That is great. Mary says, excuse me, hopefully the Reds are continuing their role. Oh, boy. Okay. That's fine. We'll give you that. I'll give you that. Mina says, movie-sized BB-8. See, there you go. 1-1 scale droid. A BB unit. That would be awesome. Deb says, a gonk droid. Is that a thing? It was making me type. Deb, you don't know how happy this makes me. That is very entertaining. That's like having Deanna. I could just say, hey, Deanna, put down gonk droid. She'd be like, what? She'd probably think I was being silly. Yes, a gonk droid is a thing. Have her show you what it is. This is great. Mary says, a Cloud City replica, smaller scale, truly dreaming big. Oh, Mary, that's fabulous. That's the first Goosebump one I've gotten. That would be great. Can you imagine the retro scale, like an ultimate playset? And HasLab would be the place to do that, to create that. That's great. I love it. Ben says, an Ewok village, it fits the figures, and you can recreate all the best scenes like the celebration at the end of Return of the Jedi or Han and Luke about to be cooked. Yes. They were, and it was almost a tough one. Ben says Cloud City was on my list too. Oh, cool. Well, I'm excited to see what everybody's number one is. My number one, I've said it before on Coffee with Kenobi, but I don't think I brought it up in a while, but my favorite thing is that Death Star play set. The classic one from 1978. I'm looking at mine now. I still have the box. I absolutely love it. I've still got all the little styrofoam pieces in a Ziploc bag because if air hits it, they like turn to liquid. I've got the rope. I've got the Dianoga. I've got everything. I love it. It's so good. But if we get a retro one that expanded upon the idea, and with the newer stuff, I feel like it's more playable. Even though my original Death Star is in great shape, I'm just reluctant to mess with it because I don't want it to break. Because if it breaks or something happens, hard to replace something that's almost 50 years old. But if you got a retro playset and they added to it, talk about take my money. That would be awesome. Okay, then one for Mary is the Falcon. You can't go wrong with the Falcon at all. Terry's the Luke Skywalker Tatooine Homestead for the 3 3/4 inch. Oh man, Terry, that's great. I'm so legitimately excited about all of these. We're all collectors. We love Star Wars. This is great. Minta says K2SO kit, life size. Wow. If you can imagine, it would be incredibly satisfying building your own K2 droid and even customizing it to your own liking. Now that is truly dreaming big because that is no small droid in any way. I love that. All right, number one, Deb, speaking on behalf of Cato, Deb says the full-size Millennium Falcon pilot seat. Yes, please. We need two. In the living room, they could recline. Oh, that is great. Love that. Mary says, Chaz says Axe Woves' ship with the Mythosaur skull painted on the bottom. Now, that'd be huge. Oh, how about a Mythosaur? Like a 3 3/4 inch Mythosaur or a Crate Dragon. Whoa. Those things are like over 600 feet long in the canon, the Crate Dragon. But boy, the Mythosaur, the Axe Woves ship, that'd be awesome. Ben says, Boba Fett's ship, fully functional, rotates just like we saw in The Mandalorian. You already had me. That would be cool. And of course, it has to have all the weapons, especially the seismic charges. Ooh, with the sound effects. Boom. That'd be great. Kato, cooking dinner. All right, Kato, let me know and we can come over. We'll be right there. Mary says to Terry, Dan, to read this out loud. Oh yeah, I'm not going to read that out loud. You can read it in the comments. That's the fun of watching it. What if I go solo? Dun dun. I love it. Clever. Now that is a Kato pun if I ever heard one. But old Deb, you are quite clever yourself, so that's very possible. Ben says, always with the sound effects. Ooh, I got a good one here. Where's like a silly one? That's Family Feud. All right, Terry, honorable mention to Guardians of the Galaxy. Benatar of HasLab carries the Marvel line. They do, and that's a terrific option. Yeah, I if I was going to expand it past Star Wars, probably most of these would have been changed to G.I. Joe. But and HasLab I've purchased 2 HasLab things. I've gotten the Sky Striker, and I got the Black Series or the G.I. Joe Classified Series, which is the same thing, his tank, and then I panicked and I canceled them. I wouldn't do that for these. I wouldn't do that for the ones you brought up. They're great. So as promised, I will send this segment over to Hasbro. Just say, hey, I know you're because Hasbro truly is. They always say, hey, let us know. We always listen to the fans, and they do. They're awesome. So I'm going to send this over to them. Congratulations to all of you on coming up with so many creative ideas. Really awesome. All right, now I want to jump into something. This is not, we're not going to jump into Ask Nancy just yet because I want to do something pretty neat. Let me get to my feed. Here we go. All right. So I promised some Star Wars conversation starters. Now these, you may have seen these, me talking about these online. Kelly Knox, the awesome Kelly Knox, she wrote these. Disney Lucasfilm Inside Editions created these cards. It looks like it's packed like Trivial Pursuit. But this is a chat pack. These are 125 conversation cards. Kelly wrote all of them. Yeah, even though my wife is not a huge Star Wars fan, the three of us, when I got this in the mail, we just sat on the front porch and we just did this. So you can get, when you look at the inside, it's got all the cards in a book, or it's got the cards themselves right here, and you can just pick them out. So we're going to ask a couple of these and just have some fun. Just converse. Just do some Star Wars conversing. Ben's honorable mention, Maz Kanata's Castle. That's excellent. My other honorable mention was going to be the 1/1 scale Ark of the Covenant. That would be so good. Ben said those were some diverse lists. Everyone had a lot of fun. It was so good. Mean to love it too. I'm glad. All right, let's do this. The first topic. See, they've got like different topics. They've got characters. I'll tell you what all the different topics are, because in Kelly's book, it tells you that it's like there's like a little thing in the front. You've got characters. You've got, excuse me a second. You've got the galaxy. I'm sure it's probably somewhere easier for me than just flipping through. You've got the Force. You've got, oh gosh, you've got a lot. You've got technology. Good. So we'll start with number 1. Here we go. Are those cards are available? I actually posted my affiliate link on Facebook a couple weeks ago, but I will repost it after the show. Number 1, this first little topic is, who do you think is the bravest character in Star Wars? Who is the bravest character in Star Wars? And the nice thing about this book, if you read the book version, she's got a little bit more of a write-up in here to kind of add to the discourse itself. Let me see if I can get the lighting to adjust. See? You can get it's got some great pictures and a little bit of more things to sort of think about. But who is the bravest character in Star Wars, do you think? That's a good one. So bravery is not absence of fear. It's just learning to master fear and just not let it affect you from doing what you want. I think there's a lot of brave characters. R2-D2 is extremely brave, almost to the point of reckless. I think Ahsoka is really brave, especially because she's petrified and she leaves for a while too. Mary says R2, and Terry boldly says R2 is beyond the bravest character at the end. Okay, Terry, I love that picture of you and your wife, by the way. It looks like it Magic Kingdom. Cool. So yeah, I think Ahsoka is a great choice. I think R2 is a great choice. I don't know. Even though I do think Ahsoka is the bravest, there's a part of me that's like, well, but she runs off for a long time. But that doesn't mean she's not brave. It just means she's not willing to lose her life because the Empire is turned into what it turns into. Ben says Finn is to be one of the bravest characters in my book, renouncing the First Order and then facing off against Kylo Ren, even though he knows he will likely lose. Ooh, that's cool. That's a good choice. He is very brave. Rey is also brave. Luke, of course, is extremely brave. Gosh, it's a hard question, isn't it? Are there any members of the dark side I would consider brave? Not really. I mean, they're cowards and bullies and extremely powerful. So I don't know. That's good. That's fun. So you could literally take any of these and just talk about them for a really long time. You know what? There are, let's see how many there are. I think 125. Yeah, there's 125 of these. So the first person to give me a number in the comments section, I will turn to that number and I will read that topic, that conversation card, and we'll chat and we'll see what comes up. So give me a number between 1 and 125. No, I just read topic number 1. So that probably wouldn't make as much sense. All right, Mary says 66. Well, that seems apt. All right, we're going to go to topic 66. Kato says Ray, according to Ray's, I think is a great choice. All right, 66. Princess Leia is polite to droids. Are you kind to the smart devices in your home? Oh, Kelly, awesome. So again, the topic is Princess Leia is polite to droids. Are you kind to the smart devices in your home? So I am. I think I am, but I will say that when Alexa, and I'm saying Alexa extra loud to hopefully activate it in all of your rooms across the country or wherever you're watching. Sometimes I'm like, Alexa, stop, because you get frustrated and she keeps talking or wants to like keep playing a song that you don't want to play because you got a phone call or you're trying to hear something on TV, or you're trying to have a conversation with somebody in your family. So I think I get sometimes a little impatient with Alexa. I'm rather embarrassed to say, but I've got to be honest. I got to be real. But other than that, yes, I think I'm quite polite to the devices in my home because they're not real and because I don't talk to inanimate objects. But I feel like Alexa is the outlier here, and 99% of the time, yes, Alexa and I are just like this. Ben says he actually wrote down 67 when Mary, of course, put 66, which is great. Dev says Google knows a lot of good dad jokes. I know. I love them. Mary says I try to be. Sometimes they are smarter than I am. That's funny. That sounds like some people in my family say some silly things like that too. That's great. Okay. Well, we'll do one more. Ben, you said 67, so we'll do 67. Why not? And then we'll move on to Ask Dan Z. Let's see here. Ben says, considering that I was snarky to Alexa yesterday when she responded to something when I wasn't talking to it, I have room to improve. Yes, see, we're learning. We're growing. We're growing. I think Leia would be proud of us. 67. X-Wing and Y-Wing pilots are assigned to groups. Ooh, what would you name your squadron? I like that. So again, X-Wing and Y-Wing pilots are assigned to groups. What would you name your squadron? That is terrific. That's terrific. I like that. So what would you name your squadron? Mita says, sorry for not responding. Just had some company come over. Mita, no problem at all. Totally understand. All right, so what would you name your squadron if you were if you had in a group of X-Wing or Y-Wing pilots? You've got Black Squadron, all kinds. This is a thinker. Terry says Wolverine Squadron. That's cool. I like that. How about Z Squadron? Because of Zare. I don't know. Is that a little too hubristic? Hopefully not. I don't know. That's a fun one, because that like when I'm creating my own character for Dungeons and Dragons, for example, I spend an inordinate amount of time trying to come up with a name. I think naming something is harder than just about anything else when it comes to writing, personally. Ben says Covert Squadron. That's awesome. Dev says Kato says the Agogus, A-G-O-G-O-S, Agogus Squad. Apparently I can't read. Mita says Red Wolf Pack. Now that sounds cool. That's cool. I'm going to go with Z Squad. Z Squad. That sounds a little dorky, but I'm going to use it as a placeholder until I come up with something else. All right, that was fun. So again, if you're interested in this, Kelly Knox again wrote these 125 conversation cards. This is a chat pack. It's really super fun. Thanks so much to Insight for sending those over. Now, we're going to jump into Ask Dan Z. And yes, a new video. There he is. All right. Deb says Mod Squad, probably trademarked, I'd say. Ben's going to join the squadron. We can be the A to Z squadron. Now that is very clever. In fact, that's probably a laugh track. How many days left in my summer? So my summer, I've still got, I got 13 days of my summer. Deanna actually goes back to work tomorrow, which stinks. But hey, you know what? We've had a great summer. For sure. Yeah. So it's been very productive. Done a lot of great stuff. Vacations, of course. Have I taken part in the Barbenheimer craze? So I saw Barbie. Absolutely loved it. In fact, this weekend's pour over is going to be all about what we thought about Barbie. Kato says, Dan, dinner is cooked. All right, Kato, I will race over there right now. Since you brought up Barbie and I said something about CWK Prover, I want to remind you that CWK Prover is where you can go weekly for exclusive audio and video content not heard anywhere else. And I've got actually I've got a trailer from this week of CWK Prover. This week, we talked about Secret Invasion, Marvel's Disney Plus series Secret Invasion. Last week, we just talked about the first episode and debated if we wanted to keep talking about it. And then we watched the rest of them because we loved it. And this is our response to the entire series overall. And here is a little clip. It's a little reckless.
Well, that was hopefully the plan, was to trick him, thinking Nick Fury, okay, I'm going to show myself and then defeat him. That was the whole plan.
I see.
Just have to accept
okay, I didn't really think of it like that. I thought she already had all those super scroll abilities, but obviously not.
No, she was in the bubble.
So what?
That's true.
Yeah, she was in that bubble. But so the way I made sense of that was, because I thought the same thing, Dan, was she was prepared mentally, so she knew what powers she was getting and how she might use them ahead of time. Whereas for him, it was just, I got the power. It's almost like Thanos when he gets the Infinity Gauntlet. It's in the comics, it's so powerful. There's an acclimation period to it. Whereas she knew she was going to get the power. She knew she was going to get the power.
That makes sense.
I had a game plan. That's where I was.
That makes sense.
What's
And
your
then
second question?
My other question is more of a comment. Like, you remember in The Rise of Skywalker, as soon as Ben Solo turns good, he doesn't say anything except for "ow." Like this Skrull, who is like the talkiest villain, like a classic James Bond villain, he doesn't say a word the whole time. So there you go. That was a bit of the fun. You can join the CWK Alliance for as little as $5 a month. And it is a great way to support me and Coffee with Kenobi. It helps me have this amazing show experience that I have. Another great way to support me and have a heck of a great time in the process is to travel with MEI and Mousefan Travel. And make sure to click Coffee with Kenobi as your referral. You can join us in the summer of 2025 on the Disney Wish. Once Disney has announced dates for that, I will be the first to share them with you in the cafe for sure. All right, looks like we've got some questions here. Bounce, if there are any publishing projects in the pipeline for you? That's a great question, Ben. So the way that publishing works, like when you're working with an IP like Lucasfilm, etc., if you do have something that you're working on and you say it, then you violate some pretty serious stuff, and that's bad. So if there's ever anything, then it will be something that is announced. So the wheels are always in motion. What I will say is that I've been working on a lot of stuff on my own as a writer that I'm really trying to force myself to finish that I think will be a lot of fun, for sure. What is next week's top 5? I didn't mention it. Oh my gosh. Thank you for saying that, Terry. Next week's top 5. Top 5 Star Wars podcast. Look, let's be honest on this. I am not talking about Coffee with Kenobi. I hope you like the show. I hope you listen. I hope you subscribe. I hope you tell your friends to join the live show and add us on Stitcher, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, watch it on YouTube, subscribe, all that great stuff. But I want to give our friends their due. There are a lot of great Star Wars podcasts out there. So I want you to assemble your top 5 Star Wars podcasts so we can recommend them to all of our friends. I think that would be so fun. So yes, thank you for reminding me about that, Terry. Brian is here. What's up, dude? Brian, my old friend, my old roommate from the Walt Disney World College program many moons ago. Bears win a total of over 8 games. You know, I haven't looked at the schedule in a while. I hope so, man. I'm so excited and optimistic about this season. More than I've been in a long time, and I hope you are doing well. Kato says we're at Terrificon this weekend, and the guys from the Indie Podcast gave a shout-out when I mentioned our CWK Standout Committee. Oh, thank you. That is so nice. That is so nice. I appreciate that. Kato says that she'll be on that cruise. That is awesome. That is exactly what I was hoping for. Let's all conclude now and say our CWK is our number 1. That's very kind of you, Ben. I really do appreciate that. It makes me like a legit reaction. But I hope we can just really put the spotlight on all these great podcasts that are out there. Okay. That is going to do it for this week's episode of CWK Live. Be sure to join us next Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, where we will share our top 5 favorite Star Wars podcasts. Remember, don't put Coffee with Kenobi on the list. I really want to just give the shout out and attention to a lot of great ones. And I'm not going to be able to come up with 5 because there's a lot of great ones out there. I will do my best on this one. Mary, I hope you have a great week as well. Meantime, may the Force be with you. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining us. The numbers are going up on the listens because remember, there's an audio podcast version of this as well. Many more people listen that are able to catch up with us live, and it's hard. It's, people are busy, so I totally understand. I totally get that. I truly appreciate you spending time, if you are here live, to join us or to comment later on YouTube, on Facebook, in the cafe, all that good stuff. I keep mentioning the cafe in case you weren't aware. The CW Cafe is the place to go. Family-friendly, spoiler-free Facebook community. We have a great time, and our numbers are growing well over 800. Looking forward to more and more of our members in the cafe. Terry, I will see you next week. We'll see you all next week. Thank you again so much. May the stars light your way. And remember, this is the podcast you are looking for. Good journey, friends.
This podcast is not endorsed by the Walt Disney Company or Lucasfilm Limited. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. The official Star Wars website can be found at www.starwars.com. Star Wars, all names, sounds, and any other Star Wars related items are registered trademarks and or copyrights of Disney and their respective trademark and copyright holders. All original content of this podcast is the intellectual property of Coffee with Kenobi unless otherwise indicated.
This is the podcast you're looking for.